gotta see some serious shit.
Tra-la-la-la-la, skipping song, no one's here to call me gay.
Roar!
Oh, hey, you're the wolf, right?
Yep, and don't forget big and bad. Grrr! No.
How you doing out there, YouTube? I hope you keeping it creepy as usual, baby. This is Iron Drum Work, bringing you another Iron Workshop or Horror Workshop. I don't know what the fuck I'm calling it nowadays. I'm bad with these names. But it's just that I'm so excited to bring you something new for 2016. These bodies are fresh out the shop. As you can tell by the title, is Red Dead Riding Hood. And that's will be the theme for these set of bodies, up to 5 for this year. FairyTale of Terror body prop collection. I'm so bad with these names. I forget what the fuck I be calling my shit. But anyway, stick it with me on that one. Let's get into it. As you can see, I already have the body already prepped up for the most part, because I already took a pre-made prop that was crudely made, by the way, and it's just filled up this Red Riding Hood dress you can get from any Hollywood spirit or costume shop. Now here's a nice neat little trick for anybody wanting to create cheap, easy looking arms or legs. First thing I do is just measure how much pool noodle I need and measure it out and where I want it to ultimately fit. Then take some trusty old spray foam. God, that comes in handy. Spray it in the position where I need it. Put the pool noodle into that bitch. So spray a whole lot. So spray a whole lot of spray foam so you know it covers the dummy plus the pool noodle itself all over the place. It has nowhere to go. Then place the pool noodle inside. Just pat out the spray foam. Just pat. And this will keep it from oversizing itself, because again it can double and triple in size after you spray it. For here, I'm just ripping off the top half. I think this body is too high. It's like the midsection is really wide for a person this size. So I'm ripping some of the foam off top of it, which I will use later, not throwing it in this array. It'll be great little meaty, bloody chunks that's been ripped out for later. But you'll see that in a little bit. Now this head was inspired by American Werewolf in London, which I thought, was perfect for this makeup. It's an old prop dummy head that's been laying around the shop for the longest time at the haunt, and it's made perfect for that, for all the scarring that it has on. So I'm going to take it. It looks the most female. There's 2 of them. One's obviously a guy. This one's thin enough and has more female features. So I'm of course going to use this one. It's absolutely perfect. Well, now here's that little bit trick I was talking about. So all I did was take a sharp knife, box cutter, scissors, or what I did here is a hot knife, and just start slicing and just hot gluing it to the rest of the stomp. Cover it with blood. It looks spot on. You'll see pictures of it. Oh, I might just show you something right now. There you go. Now, what type of human prop would I be making if I didn't add an eyeball to it? That eyeball is fucked up, so I'm gonna leave it as B, but I need a realistic one in the next one, and this little white out shit ain't cutting it for me. So all I'm gonna do is use a hot knife, because there's some thick ass rubber we're dealing with here. So I slice some pieces out of it around the rim, around where the eyelid, or the part that looks like that eyelid is. Just use some scissors and cut that bitch right on out. Then pop a acrylic eyeball for dolls. You can get these off eBay. You can find some places that sell them, like in a doll shop. And they can be kind of expensive, like $10 is for 1 pair or whatnot. But if you wait, put in the ship overseas. Of course, it's a lot cheaper. Depends on what type of time you have. I don't think I ever got a bunch from overseas, but I'm pretty sure they legit eBay and shit like that. Now we got sew that weave in, girl. Let's get it in there. Of course, I can't have a bald Red Riding Hood. This is version on, don't know what gender it is to begin with, so I had to put some weave on. This is an old wig laying around the shop. There's a bunch of these just randomly. This is the best color, I think, for it. So all I'm doing is measuring up the parts that matches where the hairline would be, and just hot gluing it down. Self-explanatory. But here's where it gets fun and also tricky. Basically, I still want to keep the gore that's already perfectly designed in the prop itself. So all I'm going to do is to start clipping away after I've done glued it down at the parts that need to be cut away to begin with. And I don't have to worry about it looking pretty. Just got to make it look correct, because, you know, that's where the jelly blood and all that extra shit is going to come into play. So I start cutting around the big, huge, mind-blowing, literally gash that's around the prop's head to reveal itself, but at the same time leaving the hair that should remain from this type of wound. Holy fuck. And keep it going and applying glue where it needs to be so the rest of the wig stays in place. And it's just patting it down, rubbing it out. That phrasing, I think. So just go ahead with the hot glue and just I'm using a lot of ums. Let me calm down. Woosah. 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 And just go ahead and just. Okay, I'm good. Okay, I'm good. So again, hot glue everywhere it needs to be on where the scalp pieces are, and it just adds that extra layer of realism to it. When you look at it, and it's just, I love how it came out. It's just the simple fact of the wig just placed on it like this. It turned out pretty bomb, as you can see here. And it's just go with it with a little bit of more detail, like the scissors, just cutting out as much that I need to be to show as much detail as possible. And again, don't have to worry about these edges where it's obviously a wig, because that's where the jelly blood is going to kick in. That's when that shit's going to kick in and help your boy out here. And now for the gashes on the stomach. I thought it was really important, a little small detail that would add a whole lot. You know, will do more than just throwing blood and making holes on the top. So it's making one big solid gash across the stomach, just like it did on the head, will add a whole lot to it. And it's very simple. So let's cut holes in the dress, use a hot knife just to get a good starting point for the scissors, because it's just bra, foam, little undershirt for this. And you just make these big gashes, as many as you want. I did three across the chest. And after you made enough space for all of that, I just hit it with a big glob bunch of jelly blood and then spaced it out. As it starts to cool down, it will harden up and start kind of actually gluing itself down, making the parts that are spread stay open. I added a little bit more meatiness to it by adding clumps of towel paper soaked in red food dye, so to get that meatiness that's popping upward, and using some of the cotton to give some of that meatiness as well, and still trying to make the gash look deep inside the sternum, and it turned out very well. I liked it. I like it a lot. Fine.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that feels good.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks What is that? Is that just cotton? I don't want to end up getting it stuck and yanking it out.
Actually, so it's paper towel out.
Oh, okay.
Now to the bottom half to make that gooey and gory as fuck. After taking some of the glow-in-the-dark paint, which was on it at the beginning of the video, spraying that down with basic black spray paint and then a little bit of red on top of that. I just hit it with the same jelly blood, which is just glycerin, gelatin, same stuff you use cheesecake and jelly with. You can find it in any Walmart or grocery store. Mixed with a little bit of water. I substitute the water sometimes for the red food dye, double strength, and or if I need it more runny, you know, if I so gooey. Another trick that I found out, I probably used this before, but this really works here since I had to use a lot of jelly blood, is to use baby oil after you put the jelly blood on. After it kind of settle a little bit, get a little cooled down, you just rub baby oil all over it. So therefore it won't stick to itself, it won't stick to you, stick to any of your clothing. It will just kind of make a nice sheen. It will keep the sheen too. It already has a beautiful shine to it already, but it will keep the sheen that you put on it with a little bit of baby oil. And by a little bit, I mean a fucking lot. Now here's some more jelly blood for the top. Of course you gotta add to that. And sorry for the crude shots I'm using. I'm actually filming this with one hand with my cell phone. And just spread that around. Also, the neck was already fucked up on this prop anyway, so let's just rip it out. The chunk that you see in the middle that looks like a sarcophagus, so your jugular, that was already some foam already sprayed inside the dummy head. Yeah, it's just popped out. I used jelly blood to fill it up and keep it in place, and it just looks wonderful like that. So let's add a little bit of more detail, like blood going from the mouth, from the nose, any scars, any open tears on the dummy. I'll just apply more jelly blood there. And to finish it off, a little bit of mascara. Actually, it's just like a marker with eyelashes to darken out around the eyes, eyelashes for realism, and red lipstick or pink. I don't know what it was. Just to finish her off and to make her more feminine. And I think it worked out quite well. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed, baby, watching me fuck up a FairyTale icon like this. It was so fun, so I hope it was as fun watching it as fun as I was making it. Fucking only doing this once. I'll have 4 more coming out bi-weekly, depends on when I finish them. So hope you stay around for that shit. Hope you enjoyed this one again, and it'll be bi-weekly again, depends on when I finish them up and get them edited down and all that good shit. So stick with your boy, subscribe if you haven't already, look at some other videos, and follow me on some other shit like Instagram, where you get pictures like this a lot earlier, or Facebook, where you get even more pictures, more detailed shit. Until then, keep it babies. I drum out this bitch.